Hi everybody, and welcome back to Life with Zach. Today I'm going to talk about some of the safety features associated with my Kubota Z231 BR-48 zero-turn mower. I've had a lot of videos that I put out about some of the different parts of this mower, why I like it, why I decided to get a zero-turn, why I decided to get this one, talking about the motor, talking about the deck, talking about the seat, how it rides and everything. And I thought it would be really important to talk about some of the safety features that I really like on this mower. And especially because I'm a first responder and I've seen a lot of mower accidents where people have gotten seriously injured or worse. So I think having some safety features on your mower that you utilize and trust to keep you safe when you're mowing are really important. I also know that the zero turn, from what I've read and now some experience, is more prone to sliding and more prone to moving while you're mowing. So the chance of rollover, especially on some type of bank or with wet grass, is a lot higher. So having those safety features there are doubly important versus a tractor mower. But if you're interested in some of the more general stuff about my mower, some of the general stuff that I've shared about it and like about it, be sure to check out those other videos. And now to talk about the safety features. And really we're going to talk about three very important things. The first one we're going to talk about is the seat. So if you see, I have the seat folded up here, and that's so that we can actually take a look at how the seat is mounted right here onto the base plate. And then to talk about the latch and stuff. So the reason that the seat, in my mind, is a really important safety feature is because if you get into a bind with your mower, if you have a crash, if you turn over with it, the seat has to be able to keep you in place. It has to basically hold still enough that you're not going to be thrown off of the mower, that you're not going to be, fall off of the seat, that the seat isn't going to move or do something that puts you in a way that you're going to get crushed or something's going to happen to you. And I've seen that with a lot of older mowers where they just have this like random fold down seat that's held on by a few bolts. And one or two things happen is, number one, the mower turns over and the seat like comes up on you and you fall off or you move and you get crushed. Or number two, the seat just breaks. Like those bolts don't take much to shear off and the seat just breaks off. So what I like about the safety features built into this one are, number one, the way it's mounted. So you can see here, there's basically two plates that are attached to this bottom plate, two rails here and here. And this mower seat is held on with four different bolts that are basically run from this rail onto this plate, and then from the seat there are four other bolts. So here's two of them that run into that rail. Okay, and this plate, these rails, and these bolts are all pretty solid. So while it's not like a solid weld or something that's holding that seat on there, 4 bolts is better than 1 bolt or 2 bolts. And these are pretty solid bolts, and this seat isn't going anywhere. So in theory, if something happens where I hit something with this mower or roll it over, this seat is not going to break off. So I like the fact that it has those 4 bolts on there. The second thing about this seat mount that I really like is the fact that it latches down. So you can see right here, these are the latches for the seat, and I'll show you when I push it back down, but basically that holds the seat down. My old mower just folded down and there wasn't anything that really held it, or I've seen some that even have like some weirdo rubber straps. But the fact is there's a solid metal piece here that is holding that down once it's latched is great, because if something happens, especially if you roll over, you don't want the seat flopping up. All right, and the third part about the seat, you can see it right here, is the sensor that turns the mower off if you get off of the seat. So, and you can see here that is coming into the electrical system. And basically that is just a weight sensor. So if you fall off or you get off or something, the mower is actually going to shut down. It shuts the fuel off to the motor and the motor cuts off. Now, a lot of people hate that. I know some people that disabled it. I know some people that bypassed it. But I would say don't ever do that, because If the mower flips over or something and you're pinned or you can't get out, you don't want the mower running. Even if you stay on it, okay, you don't want that mower running while you're on it because you may get up against something hot, you may up against the blade or something, or worst case scenario, the mower flips over, you fall off, and you get under the deck or something. So you want that thing to shut off the moment you get up. Or even if it doesn't flip over and you just get off of it for some reason, you don't want that mower running and then accidentally like rolling down over you, okay, or something. So the thing is, that weight sensor is activated when the mower is running. So the mower deck is running, and or if you don't put it at the parking brake on, okay? So you definitely want to leave that sensor there, and I really think that's a good safety feature. So here, now that we're through that, I will latch this down. You can see how strong and sturdy that is. The latches are right here, holding it on, and that seat isn't coming up at all. Okay, so we talked about the seat. That's the first safety feature that's built into it. I really like that seat and how well I think that it's positioned to hold you on there. Second thing, and this is one we don't think a lot about the mower, is the seatbelt, okay? I love that this mower has a seatbelt. I know that it is a new safety feature, okay, in mowers that have the rollover protection, okay, but I've seen a lot of like new tractors and stuff, they don't have them. I think most zero turns do, but I'm just really super glad that this one has one. And a lot of people out there are probably saying, well, I'm never going to wear a seatbelt while I'm mowing because I'm just mowing. But I will say that I wear this seatbelt every single time that I mow, all right? And I would definitely say you need to wear one too, because if you flip over, especially if you flip over, or if you hit something, you know, this mower goes 11 miles an hour, so it will project you off. Even if you're going 5 miles an hour, it's going to project you off the front of it. If you hit something really hard, you know, or if you flip over, you're going to fall off the seat and get pinned under the mower and get seriously hurt or worse. So you need to be wearing that seatbelt because this is a motor vehicle, okay? It doesn't go as fast as a car. You're not going 70 miles an hour, but even 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, that's a lot of force if you hit something, or even worse, if you flip over. So you need to be wearing that seatbelt. This seatbelt is actually, I mean, I just like, it goes in pretty easy. It looks like a regular seatbelt. It's not some kind of flimsy, like half-built seatbelt. It latches in easily. It doesn't get tangled up or anything like that. So I like this there, and I like wearing it. You definitely need to. The final part of this is the ROPS or ROP system, which is rollover protective system or something like that that Kubota has. And that, of course, there's other features of that, but the primary part of that is this. Okay, so that is your roll bar. This thing is solid, and you can tell how thick it is. This is probably 4 inches thick. It's solid metal, and it's built right into the mower. So down here, you can see there is a big bolt that basically runs from here into the frame of the mower down here. Okay, and there's one on the other side, and that's holding that on here. This thing is solid. I've hit a couple branches with it here, and it has done nothing to it. I really feel like if this thing rolls over, that is definitely going to hold that. Now, a lot of people ask or say stuff about like, oh, that hits branches, or oh, that gets in the way. And some people even take it off. Like the dealer told me, a lot of people take it off so they can get around better. But don't do that, okay? Don't take that off, because if you roll this mower over, you want to have that system on here, because again, I've seen a lot of people get in bad accidents with their mowers, roll over and get killed, okay, because they didn't have this on here. I've also seen a lot of people that did have this on here, rolled over, they were wearing the seatbelt, the seat held together, all the safety features worked, they were using all the safety features, and they were fine, okay? So the fact that these mowers tip over real easy makes me say that you do not need to move this. You do not want to take this apart, okay? Now, the one thing is, and I don't know how I feel about this, this one does not fold down like some of the more bigger commercial ones do, okay? So, but at the same time, it doesn't fold down, which means that you're getting the full safety feature. So that's something I'm really kind of up in the air about, but you definitely need to use it. You definitely need to leave it on here and realize that it is keeping you safe. So again, 3 safety features: the seat, all the parts of that, the seat belt, and the ROPS rollover bar system.